Day 3 of the 2023 MLB Nike RBI Central Regional Tournament is here at the beautiful Cacciatore Stadium on the campus of DePaul University in Chicago. Hi, everybody. Austin Kroom, Henry Dominy to the right of me. And Henry, this is now our second day doing softball, and we've seen quite the few games.
Yeah, it's my third, and I'm going to be staying with softball throughout the whole tournament. It's going to be a fun one. And the Reds yesterday were that dominant force that everybody was talking about, everybody knew about, and they lived up to the hype. Cleveland I haven't seen yet, and Cleveland really has a chance to possibly rustle the Reds' feathers, but never know. Both teams kind of decked out in red today. We got the Reds with the black pants and the Cleveland with the blue pants. So
see,
Navy versus black is really tough on camera, but
we'll make it work. So I don't know about you, Henry, but the red jerseys, they have those black pants. It just said it. They were wearing the City Connect Cincinnati uniforms yesterday. Those are brand new. How did you feel about them? I really like them personally.
They're better than the MLB ones.
Yeah.
They're great.
All right. So Olivia Schaefer is going to be on the circle, and she's going to get a comeback off of her leg. Got to make sure she's okay. But Jordan Kohut is going to be on first with an infield single. Got to hope Schaefer's leg is all right in the circle.
Yeah, if you're Cincinnati, Schaefer had a great day yesterday. You want to have her have a great day today. She had many strikeouts, and is just looking to keep that momentum up. Just that getting hit a little bit might affect her. Hopefully, she can get back in the zone and go to work at the plate.
6 straight strikeouts in the game against Indiana, as that's a bunt in the infield. Adrian Brown's going to get it in front of first. But the runner Kohut's going to go first to third on that infield sacrifice. That's some heads-up awareness, Henry.
Yes, but I would like to point out the play there by Andrelana Brown at third. Excuse me. She just did an amazing job hustling over, fielding it, and really got over there and just made the difference. Got that out quickly. It was a good bunt, but great play by the third baseman there.
And this is the championship matchup from last year. Both teams were playing here at Cacciatore Stadium, and Cincinnati happened to take it out as the first pitch to Ella Maccabi is inside for a strike. Both of these teams, Henry, it's really the battle for Ohio here in Chicago. Both of them trying to just get on top and win in any way possible. You know you're going to see some fireworks from both, and already seeing that with a runner being on third.
Yeah, runner on third, 1 out. Cincinnati can use their pretty stellar defense, probably the best defense in the tournament I've seen so far, to really work at the plate, but also kind of prevent that runner from coming home. Really trying to get a strikeout right here is definitely what you need.
So the count is 0-2 on the catcher, Ella Maccabi. That misses.
That was a little swing and miss pitch, up 0-2 in the count. Schaefer played a little off the plate, see if she was trying to defend and swing and miss or get a really small ground ball or something like that, and not a bad idea.
And it's going to be high into the outfield. Rover in center is going to camp under it. She'll make the catch. Runner going home. The throw will not be on the marks, and Cleveland strikes first.
Great start by Cleveland. However, we've seen Cincinnati play these games. We've seen Cincinnati give up maybe 1 or 2 runs in the first inning. However, then they come back very quickly, come back with a lot of runs.
And that's really how it was yesterday. They allowed 2 to Kansas City in the first inning, and it said, okay, there could be a shift change here, or a line change even. And then they came back and did exactly what everybody knows is Cincinnati's going to do. So Olivia Lopez, the cleanup hitter today and the pitcher in the circle. Last year she had a really clutch game-tying grand slam against Cincinnati the day before the championship game, and she kept piling it on in that championship game as well. Happened to fall short as she's behind in the count 0-1.
Yeah, a lot of power here. I do not know the official fence lengths right here, but we'll see if we can't figure that out throughout the day.
0-1. That one stung into right field. Back at the wall. It's going to be caught by Bishop, and that's going to end the inning. You said you didn't know the wall dimensions, Henry. Chloe Bishop didn't need those. Cleveland's going to put up one of their own, though. We're going bottom of the first inning here at Cacciatore Stadium. Guardians Nike RBI struck first in the first inning. It was a sacrifice fly off the bat of Ella McCabe. It scored Jordan Kahut. And now they're going to have to face a difficult lineup in Chloe Bishop, Olivia Schaefer, and Carly Davis, the top three for Cincinnati. Olivia Lopez is already setting the pace. First pitch she's going to throw is going to be for a strike.
Yeah, it was a good one. Just trying to get ahead quickly, and you never know.
You got to stay ahead in the counts, Henry, with such a defensive game that you have to play. That one's going to be bunted. Lopez will do it herself, throw to first. Going to be in time just by a half step. What a play.
Yeah, I was wondering, going down the line, who's going to be Schaefer out, and Ump made the right call there. Just nice little punch-out motion.
We had talked about in one of the post games last night that catcher defense is really going to be what you're going to need, especially with how many bunts are really being laid down. You see it now. The infield is already playing way in for Schaefer.
Yeah, even the lower teams on the totem pole out here, they're going to be laying down a ton of bunts because that's how they're going to try and get people around. And so, you know, the better teams are going to have the power, but everyone's going to be trying to lay down bunts. So catcher defense is very important.
Catcher defense is definitely important. Ella McCabe, she's doing well. Carly Clark on the other side for Cincinnati. Both of them really good defensively. 1-0. Chop foul. Going to be quite the day for us here. We have this game, and we got another one at 11, one more at 1. So 3 softball games for you today going to be on this channel, WCSN2, with a family of networks of us here in Chicago. It's 1-1. Swinging a slap shot, just going to land foul.
You know, as DJ Khaled says, another one.
Another one.
That's how I'm doing softball this week, and weekend, and it's great. Having a ton of fun here.
Tell them to bring the yacht out.
Yes.
So it's a 1-2 count from pitcher to pitcher. Wind, kick, and deal. Another chop foul.
If you're Cleveland, you have to be really happy getting the first batter out. I mean, Cincinnati didn't do that. You're getting off on the right foot. Really difficult offense to play against, and you know, you're getting the first out. Start your inning off correctly, and the easiest way possible for yourself.
So Schaefer, we saw her pitch yesterday in the game against Indianapolis Nike RBI, and that was a win that you looked at 19-0. That was one of the more surprising games that we had seen. Another one is going to go foul down the left field line.
Yeah, the left fielder for Cincinnati is now playing a little closer to that foul line, seeing if she can get that ball and possibly get an easy out. That's Siriana Sokorin.
It is 2-2 to number 2, Olivia Schaefer. That one's up and in. Looked like there might have been a chance that it clipped her.
I was thinking that. I was wondering what the decision the ump was going to make, but
seems not to be, so it's going to be run full. Another one chopped foul just left at the third base bag.
We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but the Reds, if you look at the roster sheets, the Reds have a couple players, about 4 players, going off to college to play college softball, and that's, in the softball side of things, that's the only team with anyone going to college right now, so big for the Reds.
I guess now it's full. And yeah, Henry, you were talking about it, a couple of them. One of them going to Kentucky State University, another one Defiance College, another Eastern Kentucky, and then one Mount Union. Another swinging slap shot, just going to go foul past the third baseman's reach of Rodriguez.
Long at bat here, working well. However, you never know with those long at bats, the possibility for a big power swing and possibly anything more is very common.
And what I've noticed already, Schaefer, she's somewhat late on the ball. Lopez is really humming it in there. She's had like 4 foul balls or so just past the third base side of the bag. So it's going to be another payoff. And it's going to be a walk from Schaefer. She was grinding that AB.
Yeah, walk's a fine outcome for that at-bat, getting on base, starting the day off with a base runner in the top of the first, as we see a little conversation between Cincinnati's coach and the umpire.
So it's going to be Carly Davis, the 3-hole hitter, batting with a runner on first, that being Schaefer. And it's going to be Aliyah White as the courtesy runner.
Pretty sure that was just about straightening out the courtesy runner, and for this game, you know.
You're going to see that happen a lot.
Yeah.
So it's White on first, Davis up. White's going, the throw down. Not going to be in time. Really a close play.
That was a very good throw, right on the line, just a tad bit low and a little in front of the bag, but honestly, that's exactly what you want each time, a very close play.
See, I don't know. I think Guardians Nike RBI might have gotten that tag down. Maddie Booth had it on the money.
I couldn't see very well here and I had my glasses on, but, you know, there's going to be time called, but it was a very close bang-bang play. You never know.
Can't go back to New York for that one, though.
No.
So now it's going to be a runner in scoring position in White. Carly Davis is ahead in the count, 1 ball to no strikes. It's going to be popped into center field. Jordan Cahut's going to run back. She'll make the catch. White is now tagging up the throw to third. Not going to be in there. She slides safely.
A little hesitation there by White getting off the bag from second. Probably maybe hadn't discussed the sign before game for the run, but, you know, just a little slow getting off the bag. Floor was offline, so, you know, got lucky there.
Sierra Hoyt, she's at first today. First time she's up, and she's got a runner 90 feet away. Takes a check swing hack at 1 up. It's going to be a ball. Actually, no, they're going to appeal down really late. It's a strike.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of appeals. Also not a lot of check swings at this level sometimes, but you never know.
Hey, everyone's got their own timing mechanism. That one just, it took a half second to crank his back.
And Maddie Booth for the Cleveland team really kind of going over behind third for a possible tag, backing up her teammate. Very important.
1-1, swung on and missed. It's 1-2. It's going to be a long day for us, Henry. The caffeine will be flowing sooner than later. Yours already is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold off and facilitate when I take it to make sure that it really just impacts the entire day.
There's a Dunkin' Donuts 900 feet away. I'm going, of course.
Need it. Upstairs. Now running back White the third.
See, that's that defense we've been talking about of this upper echelon of teams here. Both teams doing a lot of checking up on the bases to prevent those base runners advancing, but very important.
That one's outside, just misses the top corner. It's full.
Another full count, 2 outs on this one, so gonna need something on the ground possibly to get the runner home.
This might be the most exciting pitch in softball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and a runner 90 feet away to Sierra Hoyt. 3-2 offering. Swings and ropes it to the shortstop, Booth. She's going to make a great play. Throw to first and get him. What a web gem at short.
That's that defense we've been talking about. Booth, it's a great throw to first, prevents the run. That's the end of the first inning.
And Maddie Booth, she got there on that potential tag out of the stolen base from White, the first stolen bag. She was there, was playing over to third. You said it, she's really doing it all. And now she's having a web gem. Really going to be interesting to see what she's going to do as she's due up second, headed to the second inning. Schaefer's going to continue to work out of the wind as the first pitch she throws to Rodriguez into right. It's going to land fair past the diving glove of Bishop, and this is going to be extra bases as it goes into a corner. Juliana Rodriguez stopping her way at third, now inching closer and closer to home as she hits a leadoff stand-up triple, Henry.
I'll be honest, I thought she could have gone home.
She probably could have.
Full head of steam, turning that corner. Yeah, you could have got home very easily. Tack on another run against the defending champs with no outs in the second. Yeah, I'll be honest, that's a risk I want to take. That's a tone setter.
And that's a turn and burn situation. First pitch she sees, she goes backside, hits it into that deep right corner, and then motors her way into third as Booth swings over the first one down the middle.
Yeah, for those triples, the opposite corner is always very important. That right field corner is where you got to hit to get those triples usually.
And, you know, in some stadiums they have triples alley somewhat. You know, Fenway has that deeper part in right center field. San Francisco has one also right center where they've now had the bullpens put out there, so it's a bit shorter. But if you can find those alleys, how much do you think that affects where the defense is going to play?
Oh, you never know when you can find those alleys. They have to play really close to that alley and the wall.
Swing and a miss. Olivia Schaefer got down a good one in Booth, and that's the first out.
Yeah, you got to play closer to the wall sometimes, and especially today, the walls here are chain link fence, so it's not going to bounce back as much as the pads will.
That is true. So you do have to really be careful. No warning track here, as Cacciatore Stadium is also a soccer pitch.
Wish Field.
Zarielis Rodriguez took a hack at the first one. She saw the lefty. She is behind. You could see Schaefer's not really sure what to throw, trying to go through all of her signs here, trying to find something. And that off-speed pitch will not get anything bitten at.
And right then, what you're talking about, going through the signs, you need to talk to the coach kind of during these half-inning breaks and say, hey, how should I attack this? Get some of those pointers.
Swinging shot just foul past the glove of Brown at third.
Watch out, base coach.
Yeah, watch your lips.
Definitely. So, you know, this is a really interesting stadium. I know you were here last year. Very interesting stadium. Off to our left, not that far away, probably a spit away, is the L.
Another swing and a miss. That's the second straight punchy for Olivia Schaefer. No, she foul tipped it. Wow. No, so all right, never mind. That is a punchy.
Yeah. I thought I was going off the board. You're going off your book. You know what?
It's still it's early in the morning.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It is early in the morning, and you know, stuff happens.
Morgan Peace, the designated player, is batting eighth today. She gets sorted on something. That was gross. About a 65% swing.
Go, Morgan. You got it.
Right down Main Street. It's 0-2.
Schaefer's in that zone. Definitely working on the plate very well. You know, this is what you need when you got a runner on third. Really attack the plate, get a couple strikeouts.
And the 6 straight punchies yesterday, trying to start that off again, and she's going to do it here with 3 in a row. That's the way to bounce back after giving up a leadoff triple. Cincinnati's trying to get some of their own when we're back in the bottom half. So after 3 straight strikeouts by the way of Olivia Schaefer for Cincinnati, it's going to be given to Haley Cook, the designated player, batting 5th today, still down a run.
Cincinnati just needs to find the rhythm. This game will go on many more innings than the last couple ones.
And you could really expect the games that we've called and seen so far, Henry, we have not seen go further than the 4th inning. They've all been run rules.
And the funny thing is, it was the last game we played yesterday that went to the 4 innings, and it was one of the higher scoring games, even though it was all piled on to the top of the 4th. We were just waiting for that bottom half of the 4th to get over with, and a little bit the top half after a second.
And that's somewhat the way it goes when you have such great offensive teams. You got Cincinnati, you know what they're going to bring, defending champs, as Lopez is given the rosin bag. And Cincinnati in their own rights, they can really go out there and pummel that ball. Lopez alike to the best of them. I saw her hit a homer last year over that left field wall by about 10 feet. She absolutely cleared it. 1-1. Swing, pop, foul, right side of the field. First baseman Rodriguez will not have a play.
Good attempt to field that one, just bounces off the net. And, you know, the nets are pretty close. All the fields that they're playing in this tournament are very limited on the foul zone, the foul area, excuse me. So, you know, it's not like the Oakland A's Stadium where you have yards to live in.
75 feet of foul ground to right, left, and behind you.
Yeah.
It's 1-2 to Haley Cook. Bounces up in front of her.
Smart take, evening out the count, you know, getting close to that full count, possibly a walk. Smart move there.
See if this morning air is affecting anybody other than Cleveland, and that one's going to be slammed into left. Siokaron's just going to make the catch right at her. Something is in the air.
Do both of these defenses have the spray chart? I mean, come on.
Exactly.
They're in the right area all the time. They're doing a great job. Both teams getting good metal on the ball, but you know, both defenses standing exactly where they need to be. Not hard to move to get that ball.
Carly Clark, the Fairfield High School product out of Fairfield, Ohio, takes the first pitch she sees. Big sip if I told you so on that one, Henry.
Yeah.
1-0. Swing and fouled off the screen.
I don't think we're going to get a foul ball back in the press box today.
Yeah.
At our summer job, we almost did.
So, can you explain that then? Because I can't. There's a full screen from top to bottom.
So, as you can see in front of us, big screen. We are below it, so it's a little difficult. And, you know, we're right below it, so the ball would have to go down, up, over, and down, and somehow then horizontally in. So, you know,
like
law of physics.
So a lot of backspin. Like almost, it's probably not possible.
It's not. I don't think it is.
Okay.
Dude Perfect could probably do it.
So, last year when it was myself and Tia Reed broadcasting the games here at DePaul, as the 1-1 is inside, the elevated train, the L is right next to us. You could see it basically jump, skip, and a shoot right to the left of us. We saw a foul ball miss the train as it was passing by about 3 feet. So the goal for the next 3 games, Henry, we have to see if a foul ball hits the elevated train.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
So that's really the goal. We haven't seen it. We cannot get a foul ball necessarily in here. So if we're going to see anything, we want to see the demolition of public transportation.
Yeah, I don't know if the train has to give the ball back in that one. I'll be honest, they should keep that one.
It does not.
They should keep that one.
It's 2-2 to the catcher, Clark. She's going to hit that one, a shallow blooper into short left, and Maddie Booth is unable to make the catch, just bounces out of her glove.
That was a very good effort by Booth there. However, I would have rather had the left fielder who's coming onto the ball, who can see it a little easier, take that fielding job and take that fielding opportunity from Booth.
First error of the day for Cleveland. That's going to be marked E6. Seems like there could be a courtesy runner put in for Clark. There will be a courtesy runner put in. That's Mary Sales.
We do have a different umpiring crew than we've had back at UCI, Flame Stadium. So we'll get to know them as the day goes along.
And that is just going to take time. There's a bunch of different crews you're going to see. It's different from softball to baseball, from Kerrywood for baseball to UIC to DePaul, back to Flames Field. You're just going to have a bunch of different ones, but you have to find the zone then, and that's going to take some getting used to. Got to baby step your way around it. First pitch to Brown is a drop bunt perfectly down the third base line, and oh my goodness, you really couldn't have written that one up any better.
No, you couldn't have. That one died right there on the turf. Maybe help it, just a little help because it rained last night, a little wet, ball dying a bit, but that was perfect. Just the right amount of backspin on it. Both the catcher and the third baseman had to come over there, try and field it, couldn't get there in time. And I do have to give props to Cleveland defense because they got right behind third to back up just in case.
And the first baseman, Zariel Rodriguez, started running at the runner on second, that being Sales, seeing that she was taking a really big lead as the third baseman, Juliana Rodriguez, had to go in to get the bunt. And that's just communication.
Yeah, Booth went over to third. The left fielder came to back up Booth at third. That is what makes this defense a little better than the rest of them out there.
It's 0-1 the count to Avery Rover. She's also going to drop a bunt just foul.
Kind of caught it off the end of the bat, you know, want to get that fat part of the bat on it, right under it, get a little backspin. But good idea. Let's see if she doesn't do it again, though she is up 0-2.
So there is one out on the inning. It is bottom of the second. Cleveland leads 1-0. Only a matter of time before the can is really busted open.
Only time, yeah, only a matter of time till the big red machine gets going, till they start it up.
0-2 pitch is way high.
This defense is a lot more active than what we have seen. The communication and the training is really what sets them apart because great defenses communicate where they're going to go. The baseball mind is thinking while the pitch is about to be thrown.
Lopez finds a sign she likes, wheels and deals. Gets one to just be pop foul. It's going to go on the track to the L train. Not going to hit a train. We just miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bottom of the second, and we already have that first game of the day. Come on, what's left?
Quite a lot of softball is what's left.
Yeah.
It's going to remain 1-2 as the count. Runners on second and first.
One out right here. You can advance them with a sacrifice fly or bunt. However, I think they'd really like that ball to get on the ground and be a hit instead.
It's a massive hole right up the middle. Mercado, the flex, playing second. Booth at short. 2-2. Just in on the hands. Just had to fist it out. Just going to go into the first base side of the dugout.
Yeah, send into your own dugout. However, I think teammates are understanding of that one.
Yeah, anytime you see something coming towards your teammates, it's probably just a laughing situation. Never really trying to hurt them. Unless they...
Yeah, but there's going to be a meeting on the mound, you know, just going through the signs, talking about how to attack this batter and work out of this little jam that they're getting in.
So Andrelyn Brown's on first. Mary Sales, the courtesy runners, on second. In for Carly Clark. Jada Johnson, the 9-0 hitter, is going to be up next as long as there's not a double play turned. And then you're going to go back to the top of the order.
Cincinnati's dugout getting loud, getting a little rowdy. It was pre-game chants before the game were very loud, a little early for me, I have to say. I hadn't had the coffee yet, so now that we have it, we're all good.
You going to go join those pre-game chants now that you got coffee?
Yeah, of course.
2-2 on the way to Rover. Swings and foul tips to stay alive.
Barely foul tipped that one, but very important that she did. Got a little piece of it on there. Stays alive. Keeps from getting an out at the plate, which is really what Cincinnati does not want.
And Ella McCabe, she's got great defense. She was able to catch that and hold it in. Would not be surprised to see that to be a strikeout. That one's going to be a slow tapper back to the pitcher, Lopez. Only place she has is to Rodriguez at first. But a good grounder, as now there are two runners in scoring position for Cincinnati.
Fielding your position is very important, especially if you're a pitcher. You never know how many balls are going to come right up the middle towards you. An example of that one right there is slow roller up there and got it over to first very quickly, very easily.
And this is where Jada Johnson is very important at bat. Is the coaching staff for Cleveland is actually going to go out into the circle There's probably going to be a couple of defensive changes. We're going to step aside for just a second. So it's Maddie Booth now in the circle. Previous pitcher Olivia Lopez is now slotted in at first for Zarielis Rodriguez.
A lot of offensive changes, just trying to switch things up to get out of this inning. I'm surprised to see such an early pitching change when, you know, this game is probably going to go 7 innings, but you never know.
I'm actually not super surprised, Henry, because last year, this is the storied matchup. They played each other almost 3 times, and it was really, the offense was heavy hitting, but there weren't really any games that went run-ruling distance. It was 7-6, 7-4, 4-3. They were just back and forth, fighting. So seeing that they're already going to their bullpen just in case, I actually think that's a good sign. It's 1-2 to the 9-hole hitter Johnson. Actually 0-1, but she'll be on regardless. Hits her.
Well, the bases are juiced now, and opportunity here, but you need a fly ball or something to get down and get out of the infield because this defense is very good. This defense is very mobile, and they're make sure they're covering the bags.
So Bishop grounded to the pitcher in her first ABs. That's a shallow pop-up just left of the third baseman, Rodriguez. She's going to run into the dugout wall.
Yeah, and obviously 2 outs are going to be running on contact. And, you know, yesterday a lot of the teams playing defense were probably scared by them running on contact right at 2 outs. But, you know, it's something you got to get used to. It's something you have to prepare for and really get ready for.
But I like the idea. Running on contact with 2-away makes sense. But if you're doing it earlier, I think it's a good move.
100%.
Booth chucks the 0-1. She will not get the call.
Yeah, defense being so important, you can't rush it, but you also have to be quality with it and quick to the first. And so a lot of the teams yesterday were just struggling and trying to get their feet under them and really get the defense down. And it's like I said, it's the big difference maker.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Booth. Cut on and missed.
That was a big cut right there. And
very big cut.
Really trying to get some power behind it, really trying to get it over that outfield fence right now.
Only matter of time before we see one today, Henry.
100%. Cincinnati has that power.
Bases are juiced. 1-2 is the count. Changeup hits the earth before it even gets into the batter's box.
Deuces wild. Bottom of the second. What a time to be alive.
Ducks on the pond. Swinging a foul ball to stay alive. Good play off the screen from McCabe.
Yeah, playing with the backstop and understanding how hard the backstop is very important for these catchers as well, because with those wild pitches, you have to understand how far it's going to go back, how far do you have to run to get the ball. So you have to work on how bouncy that wall is.
2-2. Another foul ball to stay alive. And you're looking at Bishop. She's really up in the front of the box now, Henry. She's seeing that, you know, the pitches may not be as fast from Maddie Booth as they were from Olivia Lopez, so she's able to cheat it a bit more And we'll see if that's going to be able to work out for her. Indifferent right about now.
Long at bat here with 2 outs. This is something that you get a little scary about. You can either come away with this one with a big punchy or a ground out that will result in the end of the inning, or you can get some just monstrous hit to the outfield.
The floodgates could be open if Chloe Bishop finds a hole. 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Crucial punch out from Maddie Booth, and that's going to end the inning. Cleveland's going to stay alive with traffic all around them. We are going to the third. It's going to be 9-1-2 for Cleveland as Schaefer is wasting no time, but neither is Leilani Pietri. She's ahead in the count 1-0. Not able to make contact on that swing, so even them.
Yes, Cincinnati still in a good spot defensively. Only 1 run scored. It was just that first batter of the day getting on base, so no worries there.
No worries. But, Henry, we haven't seen as big of a defensive and pitcher's duel of a game as this one.
No, we haven't so far, and this is great for the tournament. I may say so myself.
2-1 pitch is looked at for a strike. And I think in this situation, both teams, you're not going to put up 14 runs in this game. You are going to go tick for tick, hit for hit. And you just got to find out who's really going to be able to take that advantage. Seeing the way that Cleveland has played, they've looked stellar already.
And also the MLB RBI program, they want very competitive games. They want to show that they're a very good league to play in.
3-2 chopped on the ground. Brown will throw it to first. The hit will go out of the glove of Hoyt.
That was a difficult fielding opportunity there by Hoyt, just kind of like backhanding it, trying to grab it. Really difficult. Also leaning off the bag. You want to keep that foot on there, so.
Will be an error.
Yes, it will be.
It was a good play by Angelin Brown. Took about 5 steps in, got it right outside of the circle, chucked it to first. Jordan Cahoot shows bunt. Not able to pull it back as it is a strike.
Cahoot just getting a little instructions from the dugout and from the third base line from the coach. Cleveland trying to start something here.
Showing a bunt, and it's a catch by Brown. She'll throw to first. That's a double play.
Wow.
What a play, Angelin Brown.
That's the second double play I've seen this tournament so far, and that is the most spectacular one I've seen. It is just ridiculous. Angelin Brown got over there so quickly and just picked that one up, tossed it right to first, didn't even let it land on the ground, right to first, and it was done.
A do-it-yourself play. The throw was a little bit off the marks to Hoyt at first, but she makes up for it right away. As Siokaran gets under something and fouls it off the screen.
That was beautiful right there. Beautiful softball, and this is why the MLB RBI tournament is so great. You have two such good teams going up against each other. A little Ohio rivalry.
The left fielder grounded out to the third baseman, Brown, in the first inning. So try to get the ball away from her is basically all I'm hearing.
Yeah. It's the battle of the Buckeye State, man. It's going to be great.
It is. like an Ohio State versus University of Cincinnati matchup. 1-1. That one's hit deep into left field. Jada Johnson's going to go back, jump, and make the catch. She fell to the ground trying to range it in, and she definitely does. Two great defensive plays by way of Cincinnati Nike RBI. It is 1-0 Cleveland here at Cacciatore Stadium. Two great defensive plays for Cincinnati. Let's see if they're able to do as well this time on the offensive side. It's going to be the top of the order. Bishop, Schaefer, and Davis. Actually, no, excuse me. Schaefer, Davis, and Hoyt.
Schaefer, Davis, and Hoyt looking to get things going, looking to close that one-run gap that they have right now. Not too bad, though.
It's 0-1. Actually, Schaefer going to use one of her timeouts. Throws righty, bats lefty. Facing Booth. Running swing and a foul tip.
So do you call that a switch player? Or you know?
So the way that I've seen it, there are a couple guys in my summer ball team and in the bigs that if you bat lefty and hit righty, that's way more common than hitting righty and throwing lefty. That you don't see that too often as the 0-2 is on its way. It's a swinging, basic slap shot to Rodriguez at third. Not going to be able to beat the wheels of Schaefer. She's got a leadoff single.
Rodriguez just had a little bit of a difficult time fielding that one. It kind of popped up on her forearm. She still managed to get the throw over on line. Just a little behind. You know what? That's not the worst thing in the world to happen. Throwing it away, and that would be a little bad.
So Aliyah White's going to be back out there as the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Schaefer. Carly Davis is going to have to deal with the corner infielders in. The middle infielders playing straight up. First pitch she sees. It's outside of the state of Illinois. It's 1-0.
Well, just to be fair, we're not really far from being in another state, so, you know, we'll give her credit there.
Okay. I'll give it to you. I'll exaggerate it next time. How about that? 1-0 delivery showing bunt. It's going to be a perfect one. It dies dead right in front of the catcher. That's going to be a ground out, but White is going to make her way to second.
That's fine right there for Cincinnati. They're going to play a little small ball here. You know, just advancing the runner, one out still. You know, you have another one to play with, so hopefully if there's a fly out to the outfield, Cincinnati can get around and even up that game.
Sierra Hoyt, first baseman, 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to the shortstop, Booth at the time. It's now Jordan Cahoot. Runner on second, being White. And these are the situations that Cincinnati loves to find themselves in, Henry. You get a runner on, one out. They have something to work with.
Yeah, definitely have something to work with. Something to also distract the pitcher's mind a little bit. You know, check back at second always worries them.
Cut on and missed. And we saw that a lot more in baseball. is that, especially yesterday, we saw a Twins versus Kansas City matchup. On the Twins side of things, as soon as they got on, they were playing ABC ball, pass the bats, back, back, back. It was single, 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 single. They had like 11 stolen bags.
Yeah, it's just distracting the pitcher at that point.
1-1. Inside, it's a strike.
The pitcher and the catcher just can't focus on that plate and that plate appearance. And so baseball and softball, the big thing is the pitcher-batter matchup. And if you're distracted on the bases, you're not going to be getting a lot of punchies or ground outs or anything like that.
1-2. Just misses the bottom corner.
As the L rolls by.
As the L rolls by. Coca-Cola ad on the side of it.
Do you know what line that is?
I do not.
I'm not. I don't have trivia for you. I was just asking.
Oh, I do not know. I know there's the brown line.
There's a blue line, I think. An orange line. You know?
I don't know, Henry. 2-2. Inside, strike three looking.
And that's just not what you want from Cincinnati right there. You know, a ground out would possibly help the base runner, but a strikeout at home plate, you know, it just really kind of burns the momentum.
The Chicago Cubs Nike RBI team is starting to show up. They have a game after this. Trying to spot out some of the competition. They could be one of the teams facing either one of these. This is cut on and missed by Cook.
The Cubs have had a difficult first game against the White Sox. However, there's a chance for them to bounce back. They have some big bats in Colazzo, and you know they can really, if they get hot, they'll be dangerous.
And that's what you can't let happen in tournament type tiles. If you're really going to be hot, that's where it's going to get the other teams down in the dirt, and you're just going to keep winning.
And I mean, we all knew about Cincinnati and Cleveland coming in, but then there's also spots for these other teams that if they do get hot, they can streak and make their way and play maybe an extra game.
1-1 is hit hard into right. It's going to be over the head of Pietri. That's going to be an extra base hit. Cincinnati is going to score. You're going to see the runner go to third. Cook is going to be in there. RBI triple. We're tied.
Tie ball game. What more could you want from both of these teams? They are showing just how amazing this tournament is and how amazing both of these teams are, especially.
It was a hard hit ball to right. Absolute screamer to Leilani Pietri in right. Had no shot to get it. Carly Clark stepping up with the designated player 90 feet away. 1-1 now the game. High looper.
Those high loopers, I mean, they changed the eye level a bit, but you don't give any swing and misses on them, and it's very difficult for you to get them for any pitcher to get them in the strike zone. So it's weird when they use them because there's not a ton of
shallow pop-up will not be caught. Yeah, and that's one of the difficult things with you look at softball deliveries. You don't necessarily know the difference between pitches because of that roundabout rotation. So sometimes you'll see it. Something could seem slower. So when you do see those loopers, if they are able to get into the zone, it's really a 1 in a million chance.
Yes, definitely. But you just got to get in the zone. And at this level, that is a little bit more of a difficult task.
So the count's 1-1. Tried to go for it again. It's 2-1.
Laying off that pitch, very smart move. Get ahead in the count. 2 outs. You need that.
Maddie Booth trying to lock in to get the third out of the inning, but she will not do that as that is the third straight ball to the batter Clark.
Clark has a chance to put runners at the corners, and with 2 outs still, it's very difficult. You have to make sure you know where the ball needs to go and how you're going to play everything.
Two-way threat. Angelin Brown is on deck. 3-1 is inside. Crew chief called it. It's a strike.
Very big full count now. If Cincinnati can get another run on here, they're definitely going to have the momentum, and they can start working, start that big red machine going.
3-2, 2 outs. Runner on third. It is a walk. Harley Clark, she worked a great at bat.
You can say that again. Great eye. Variety of different pitches thrown, and you just watching things be thrown and see what you want to hit, what you want to swing at.
Mary Sales, courtesy runners back in as well. So the last time a courtesy runner was on, Henry, came in to score on an extra base knock. See if that could be somewhat of the case for Angelin Brown.
Brown's got runners at the corners and a big gap up the straight up the infield. You got to hit it there, or try to at least.
First pitch, cut on and missed. Runner's going to go to second. Smart idea to just throw it back to Booth.
100%. You have a runner at third. If you throw it to second and it misses, run scored. You throw it to second still and it's caught, run could possibly score, and you have to throw it right back from the diamond. Give her that extra base. Don't worry, it's fine.
0-1. It's going to be popped up just off the nose of the bat.
Watch out, cars.
Watch out, cars. Not my car. Don't have to worry about it. It's sitting in North Carolina right now.
Mine's in Dallas.
Interesting. So how'd you get to Wisconsin then?
I walked. No, I caught a flight from Kansas City to
how
Chicago.
about we leave the stories that you walked from Dallas to Wisconsin? 0-2. It's inside. Loud groan from the home plate umpire, though.
Yeah, really wanted to make that one felt.
Made it interesting, I'll tell you that much. One and two, the count to the 7-0 hitter, Brown. Swings and ropes one into left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. She's going to round second. The second runner, Sales, is going to come in. 2 RBI double, Angelin Brown. What can she not do? 3-1 Cincinnati.
Just taking hold of the lead right there, and Brown, 2 RBI double. That is what teams need to win. 2 RBI doubles, bases clearing triples. Those are very important. So more of those for Cincinnati, and you never know, this game may be able to get out of hand for them.
Avery Rover is going to step up. Another runner still in scoring position. Trying to extend the inning here. Unable to do that. That's a strike.
Inside that one was, and if she was going to swing at it, she was going to be jammed, and it was going to be a very difficult pitch to hit. So, you know, if you swung on and hit it, it was just going to be a ground out possibly.
Swings on that one. It's going to be in the same exact spot. This is going to be at least an RBI double for Avery Rover. And it will be. There's 2 of them back to back. Cincinnati have tacked on 3 in the bottom half.
This game was moving pretty quickly, but now Cincinnati said, hey, let's slow it down. Let's have a nice little 2-out rally.
And that's where you cannot let the bats of Cincinnati really just show up. You give them those good pitches over the middle, and you just start hammering them. They're getting all barrels into that same position in left. And how do you really stop that?
You know, it's just the timing that Booth has, and these batters have seen now with just obviously that first plate appearance. You never exactly know what's going to happen with the day, but right after that second one, even though it's a different pitcher, might as well attack and see what you can do. See if you can't cause some damage, because when you get a new pitcher in, the ability to cause damage goes up.
So after that mound visit, seems like Maddie Booth is going to stay in to try and end the inning.
That's a smart decision. You have 2 outs. You have a runner at second now. Granted, there's just a force out at first, but still, it's a fine decision. I think it's a long day ahead. Still a couple days of the tournament left, or one more day of the tournament left. So why not? You're playing a big team. You got to make sure you keep your arms where you want them to.
I also understand that, but Championship Sunday being tomorrow, Henry, you got to take every win you can get. If Cincinnati's able to win this, they'd go 3-0 out of the 4 games they play. That could almost be a lock for tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right about that one, but it's you're playing against Cincinnati. In my opinion, you hope and you assume that you're going to play well in the next couple of games, and you'll get back to face them. You just have to kind of feel them out this game and prep for a championship game.
4-1 the Cincinnati lead as the 0-1 pitch to Johnson isn't in the zone. 1-1.
1-1 count here. You got to win your once. You got to win your once.
Do have to win your ones.
Because if you get that second ball, you're so close to a walk now. You're only 2 pitches away from a walk. It's so much easier.
1-1. Unable to win that one, she fouls it off, so Booth is ahead, 1-2.
Protecting the plate there. If she didn't swing on that one, that's probably going to be a called strike, so might as well give an opportunity, put the bat on there.
Rovers on second. Johnson up to the dish. Sees the 1-2 and does not like it. Leaves it alone.
Smart move there. It was high, almost by her head, so in her crouch stance. Don't swing at it. You'll be fine. Ump won't call it.
Deuces are wild. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Maddie Booth. That's a good bounce back out, but Cincinnati puts up 4 of their own. We are going to the top half. It is 4-1. Reds Nike RBI leading. Top 4 here in Chicago. Ella McCabe, Olivia Lopez, Juliana Rodriguez. That's who's due up for Cleveland. Setting the tone again is Schaefer. Seems that everybody she's faced already, Henry, she's ahead in the count.
You know, Schaefer can get through this inning reasonably well. That's a big performance by her. Get through 4 innings. You never know. Might see her out another inning, but doing a good job starting off her team.
Now that she's working with a lead, is that one right into the glove of Hoyt at first. Even if she didn't catch it, she was right on the rubber. That's the first out.
Like I said, man, do they have the spray charts? Obviously, she's playing first right by it, but still, right there, she knew it was coming. She had that time.
And defense has really been stellar today. Offense just starting to really pick it up. I'm really happy to see this defensive showing from both sides.
Yeah, as I see one of the Cleveland pitchers going out to warm up, so they might have a new one out next inning.
They might. So this was the original pitcher, Lopez. She's now at first. She's 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to deep right field. She will be ahead in the count 1-0. Swings, and that one's also hitting the right field, but going to drop right in front of Bishop for a base hit.
Right fielder in the perfect position, though, to just stop it. Quickly almost got it to first for just to check up, but, you know, still very important. And that's big. 1 out on the board, but you still have a runner on first. Maybe a pinch runner here might be an opportunity to get a quick run in, but we'll see if Cleveland doesn't play the long game.
Going to be a long foul ball right side off the bat of Juliana Rodriguez. But, Henry, I do agree with you that I think the idea of a pinch runner would be good. But now if you pinch run for Lopez, she's no longer the pitcher. She will be taken out.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to keep her in, just based on the fact that she's really hit the life out of the ball to right field.
Yeah,
got to
keep
keep
that power.
0-1 pitch is down.
Aces wild, we want to call that one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on first.
I guess. Never really heard that, but Aces wild, I guess, is a cut on and miss and some high cheese. It's 1-2.
I believe Zach Woolley was trying to get that one started.
That's why he works for the Astros.
Yeah. We could talk about that more later.
Yes, we could, but we will not. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Back to first.
Smart check up there at first. Just making sure they couldn't get a quick, easy double play in the inning. You know, not have a runner get past first. And now you have Maddie Booth up to bat. She has been very good today, but she's throwing now. So see what she's got.
Maddie Booth on the rubber. She hits one on the ground to the shortstop. She'll flip it to second. It's going to be the easiest out you could possibly do. 6-4 is the putout in Cincinnati. They go down in 4 batters. We are going bottom of the 4th inning in Chicago. Booth is still out there working. It's now bottom of the 4th inning as she's going to face 1, 2, and 3 off the bats of Cincinnati. It's not going to get much easier than this. So we're going to see what she's got for Chloe Bishop. The 0-1. It's a little late pop-up. Going to go right behind the circle. Some miscommunication between the second baseman and pitcher. It's going to be an infield single.
Another good start to an inning by Cincinnati. 1 runner on, no outs.
It's just a weak one, just got underneath it. Gets right behind the glove of a dancing Maddie Booth, and Mackenzie Mercado wasn't able to help either. Look how shallow she's playing now, though.
Wow.
She's probably expecting a punt from Olivia Schaefer.
Yeah, that's they're expecting bunt, now swing away.
She is showing bunt.
If you're Schaefer right now, lull them into his false sense of security thinking that you're going to bunt. Swing away at this one. Pull it right to the right half of second base. There's a big gap there. Hopefully it could fall.
She was poking it to left field in the first AB of the game where she walked. So could see that if she doesn't show bunt. She doesn't there. It's 1 apiece.
Found some interesting facts about the Cacciatore Stadium.
Okay. Read them.
So it is the Cacciatore's family's gift to the stadium is the largest gift in DePaul athletics history.
Really?
Yes, that's
Wow.
it was a $1 million gift.
Nice. 1-1. Cut on and missed.
And it was renovated in 2005. It has permanent seating for 1,000 people. And it's a multi-use stadium, obviously. We're going to get some more fun facts about Cacciatore Stadium coming up, obviously, though.
Let's just get some other cool facts about DePaul in general. That is going to hit off the hands, it seems, of Olivia Schaefer. Now the crew chief is finally calling it a foul ball off the handle of the bat. I don't know why it took him so long.
Could be a little discussion between umpire and Cincinnati coach, but shouldn't be too bad. Should be pretty easy explaining.
We will see. So it looks like it will be ruled a foul ball. So Schaefer is going to have to just get back on the saddle and re-lock in as she's still facing Maddie Booth in a 1-2 count. She's going to foul it off left side. The L humps its way past again. Infield playing in for Cleveland. Another one slapped foul. Schaefer trying to even the count. He's going to hit it past the third baseman. Rodriguez is going to bounce off of her. Not going to be in time. The runner's going to go to third. She'll slide in there safely.
No outs, runner on third and first. Scary times for Cleveland, down 3 runs right now.
And just the fact that Juliana Rodriguez didn't have much time to be able to react to that. Seeing that it was going to get past her, and it just hits off the back end of her glove, so somewhat behind her. So that will be ruled a hit.
So would you like to know more about Cacciatore Stadium?
Enlighten me.
So the outfield mural, that nice big face we're seeing, is St. Vincent de Paul, obviously of de Paul.
Yes.
And he is the patron saint of charities, I believe.
Nice. So it's a new hitter. It's Carly Davis. Laya White not going to have any contest as she scoots her way to second. So now second and third for Reds Nike RBI. Got on and fouled off the mask of McCabe. It's 1-2.
Also, underneath the L, there's tons of murals that change out, and there's a nice little article I was reading about all the different murals and the brother who paints them.
It's one person who paints it.
I believe so.
You believe?
I was reading pretty quickly.
Hey, nonetheless, cut on and not able to make contact. It's 1-2.
They also have, there's a couple murals of the original athletes of DePaul, known as the D-Men, from the Blue Demons nickname, which was kind of came about.
See, the more you know. I wouldn't have known that. Be a weak foul ball, just going to land over the screen. See, that probably would have been the closest one to us, Henry, foul ball wise.
Yeah, that definitely was pretty close. Did you also know that the DePaul is the nation's largest Catholic university?
I do now, and everyone at home listening and watching does too.
That's a little surprising to me, but, you know, pretty interesting.
The more you know. So what you do know is that it's a 1-2 count to Carly Davis with 2 on, as that's going to be a cut-on miss strikeout.
That was a big out there. Circle and the plate, that's where you got to focus a lot of your attention, not on the 2 base runners at first and third. So very smart there to get the strikeout, helps a lot.
Sierra Hoyt, 2 on. Already with a lead, so would like to add some pillow cushions to that.
I had to go away. I was getting angry.
Not able to make contact.
A bunt double play.
One out right here. Runner at second and third. Both in scoring position. Just get one on the ground. Hopefully they can shuffle it down to home.
0-1.
Nice.
It's on the corner.
That was a very good pitch. Low and away on that outside corner. Very hard to get to, but if you can get to it, some power can be provided on that one usually.
That had some heat to it from Maddie Booth. She's going to try to go to the same spot. Will not be able to locate.
Last night we had a little bit of rain, and over at UIC Flames Field, you know, there was a lot of moisture that stayed on the field. This one being AstroTurf, it's a little easier, and we had a little moisture during the game yesterday as well.
The 1-2 is way high.
that moisture kind of affected a little bit of the grip on the ball today, not having so much so. Got a little clouds covering the field, covering the sun right now. That's very helpful to the players. It's going to be a long day of games for them.
That's why we got our shades on. It was pretty sunny when we first showed up at about 8 this morning.
Very true, Austin.
So it's 2-2 with 2 on for Cincy. It's 3-2 after that wild pitch. The runner is going to come in to score. The toss back between the battery won't be in time either. So it's 5-1.
Difficult play there by Booth to get to the home plate as fast as she could, and it was a little bit of a low throw, so it was hard to pick it, and then swipe down. So you have to kind of swipe up or adjust it after you receive the ball, and Booth just trying to do her best.
Take it off.
It's like a credit card. You got to just grab it and swipe it. It's all one fluid motion, because if not, it will decline your card.
I'm tapping nowadays for my credit card.
Really?
Yeah.
When it allows you to.
Yeah. Or insert.
Yeah. Sierra Hoyt trying to find a good payment type here. She will not, as that's the second straight strikeout in a row.
Booth has to be happy with that strikeout, even though she let one run in. You know, preventing a bases clearing RBI double would be very big for her. So she did it. Probably prevented a run. Hopefully did after she could possibly get this out here.
It's going to be difficult as it's Haley Cook she's facing. Had that RBI triple, and she'll have another RBI after that and rope into center field.
It took a couple innings, but that big red machine got started, and it is not looking back right now. Up 6-1, 5-run margin. And, you know, we were thinking, oh, we might play the whole game here. Maybe it's inching closer to possibly a run rule in the fifth of 8 runs is what you need for the gap in the fifth.
I do not believe it'll go that distance. Just based on how I've seen both of these teams play against each other, whether it was last year, how they're even playing now. I don't think there's any shot that either team are going to be in a run rule territory.
We never know.
You never know. Crazier things have happened.
It was a mean 2-out rally last inning by Cincinnati, so you never know, they could do it again.
1-0. She's going to wear that one. Carly Clark just got to make sure she's okay.
The no sleeves is a pretty baller move right there, and you know, wear it on. They say wear it on your sleeve. Well, if you have no sleeves, no need to wear it.
Exactly. Mary Sales won't have to wear it. She's now in running for her.
It's a nice gig, though. If somebody else gets hit by the pitch, you got to be on base.
Beautiful thing about the flex in the game of softball. Able to do certain things like this.
Go, Maddie.
Angelyn Brown is going to start her third at bat of the game ahead. 2 for 2 today, Henry. A single and a 2 RBI double.
She is the person that Cleveland does not want to see at the plate right now.
Absolutely not. 1-0 pitch on her way. Not able to make contact, swinging up.
Yeah, that one was up and away, and she wanted that one bad. She cocked back, swing that fully as fast as she could. So, no, good idea, but just chasing the high cheese a little bit.
2 runners on for Cincy. 1 loops above the letters. 2 balls to 1 strike.
Good take there, getting ahead in the count. You got to, and Cincinnati looking poised to strike again.
Already 2-0 on the year at a win against KC Nike RBI 17-2. And then a few hours later played Indy Nike RBI and won 19-0. That one's going to be roped sharply to left but foul.
Had some power behind that one. Just got to get the timing right, and that one's into the outfield easily and possibly close to the fence.
We saw her do that with her double just last inning. So she's got the power to do so.
And this is where Cincinnati gets very dangerous because they just have inning after inning of so many batters coming up to hit.
Deuces are wild. It's going to be a 3-2 count.
Got him out.
It was a heater that was not able to be picked and framed by McCabe.
Smart move, though, by McCabe to pop right back up, check on the, almost throw a check back to the runner at second, but Cincinnati has 2 outs. They're not going to run too far and too fast.
Runner should be moving. 3-2 is just a slap shot into right field. 1 run is going to be sent in, that being Cook. There's going to be no throw. Sales also makes her way to third. Runners on the corners. Another RBI for Andrew Brown.
Yeah, Andrew Brown having one heck of a game to start the day. You know, she is going to be one to watch out for this tournament.
And you have to. Just the fact that she's already done so well defensively in this game. We saw the do-it-yourself double play, the line-out 5, throw it back to first to get that runner. And then now she had that RBI double. She now has an RBI single. 3 for 3 today. It's going to be impossible to stop her, it seems.
It looks like it might be, though, the end of Booth's day in the circle. You know, she came in right after the first inning, and I was expecting Cleveland to kind of keep a pitcher just a little bit longer after that first inning or first 2 innings, and they switched pretty quickly. She did not have the best of luck in the bottom of the 3rd, and not right now in the bottom of the 4th, but maybe not. Maybe she stays in there and they just try and get out of this inning and get a new one warming up and coming in next half inning.
And that's what seems to be what's going to be storybooked here for Cleveland's side of things. You said, Henry, it's an 8-run lead that has to be had in the 5th inning to be able to get that run rule. Cincinnati are only 2 away.
Yeah, 2 away from it, and they're also playing in the bottom of the 5th. They'll be hitting the bottom of the 5th. So
if they get 2, all they need is 3 outs.
Yeah,
by the book at least.
Then you could, or if not, possibly walk it off in the 5th.
Avery Rover, she's just going to foul one off left side, right off the tracks of the elevated train. But you saw Andrew Brown was moving, so trying to get both in scoring position, because then anything can get you those 2 runs in.
Yeah, I mean, you have 2 outs. Everyone will be running on contact, but why not see if you can't get second? It's very difficult for the catcher to make that throw. So.
The 0-1 swings and a deep drive into right field. Pietri's going to go there. She's going to range to her right and make the catch. And that's a crucial one. That had quite a bit of hang time. So no run rule, at least in this one. But the Redlegs put up 3 of their own. It is 7-1. We're going to the 5th inning. Cincinnati is going to go to work right away as Zanaya Marti is going to be leaded off. She's now the 7-0 hitter. In for Ariels Rodriguez. She's behind 0-2 after that swing and a miss.
Top of the 5th. This is one of the longest games we've seen so far, inning-wise. Time-wise, I don't think so.
No, this has actually been a very quick one, but it's been quite a packed house here, and it's 3 pitches, and it's a punchy.
Wow. New pitcher coming in, making her presence felt already.
Go, Morgan.
Morgan Peace, the designated player, is facing Olivia Schaefer for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, I apologize. I said it was a new pitcher. Schaefer, I saw wearing headgear now, and it looked a little different. I apologize for that one.
1-1 to Peace. Sorted on high cheese. This one, too.
Schaefer has been, last 2 days, almost a strikeout machine. Very efficient, very good with her pitches and getting it done in the circle.
1-2. Cutting on and missed again. That's another strikeout swinging and second of the inning for Olivia Schaefer.
Yeah, 4-pitch strikeout after a 3-pitch strikeout. Efficiency is there. She's got the stuff. She's got it. And she's got the momentum and the confidence.
Leilani Petrie. She got on and reached on an error in the third inning. It's her second AB. It's the fifth. Fouls off the first one she sees. Getting behind to Schaefer is dangerous, Henry.
Yeah, Schaefer is just going to keep attacking that strike zone. If you can make a little contact with it and kind of time it up a little bit more, that helps. But you know, going down one easily is not the best thing in the world.
That was probably a closer call that either team would have liked, but the crew chief signals that it's 1-1. Fouled off the knuckles. It's 1-2.
It's 2 foul balls, trying to get that timing right and see if she can't kind of attack Schaefer, her pitches. But, you know, it's going to be difficult. Schaefer has it right now.
Hard to take it from her, as that's going to be a 2-hopper on the ground to Brown at third. She'll throw to Hoyt at first. A 1-2-3 inning for Olivia Schaefer. She's wheeling and dealing out there for Cincinnati. We're going bottom 5 here in Chicago. It's going to be 9-1-2 for Cincinnati. Jada Johnson, Chloe Bischoff, and Olivia Schaefer. Bischoff 1 for 3 today. Had a single in the 4th inning.
Only 2 runs needed, like we mentioned, to get that win, possibly a walk-off for Cincinnati.
There's a shot because they are the home team. They just need 2. 1-0. Not making contact, swinging over and missing.
Obviously, softball, you have a little bit longer bats than baseball, and that one trying to just use the length of the bat to put any sort of metal on it.
Trying to get the aluminum to hit anything, and that's the way to do it. You show bunt, but just going to go behind everybody.
Yeah, a little bit of a foul ball, and, you know, right idea, but just trying to provide that backspin on it, trying to get the ball down to the ground and die really quickly.
I like the move of that because how defense has to be so sound in a situation like this. If one runner gets on, they could come in to score. 1-2. It's going to hit Johnson on the elbow. Home plate umpire says that she didn't make an attempt to get out of the way. So it's 2-2.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Neither do I.
You know, it's just I'm not saying it's a good call or a bad call. I just don't know how to feel.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting call there by the ump.
So it's an even count to the leadoff hitter. Will no longer be an even count. It's now 3-2 to Johnson.
Really stinks though. You get hit by a ball and you don't get a base. Not the funnest thing in the world.
No, but she is ahead, waiting the payoff pitch from Booth. She won't win the contest. She went the distance, but Booth closed the door. That's out number 1.
Yeah, that's big for Booth right there. In the bottom of the 4th, she did not get the early outs exactly like she needed to and struggled with the base runners. So quick, easy first out at the plate, very important.
It doesn't get any easier. Is now Bischoff, the leadoff hitter for Cincinnati. And when you get behind to a batter like Bischoff, you know who's behind her. Schaefer, still pitching, hitting second. She's gotten on 3 times today. She's 2 for 2. Walk, single, single.
What does she do? She gets on base, and that's been a big help today.
1-0. Has to scoot out of the box to not get hit by it.
Yeah, you've seen the ump just called. You have to move to get that little bit of credit for getting hit by the ball. So she's just doing what she needs to be doing.
Bischoff just looking at it, get me over. Game 1 of 3 today here on WCSN2. If you're just joining us, I'm Austin Kroom. Henry Dominy is the analyst and producer today, kind of doing everything. So that one's going to be foul.
Yeah, I love doing everything. It's honestly, they say sometimes knows everything, you know, jack of all trades but master of none. I like to think myself as somebody who can master a few. Not all, but a few.
But see, the fact that you know that you're able to hone in on a couple,
Yeah.
you know your worth.
Yeah, you know, I was given a call late in the tournament, right before the tournament to come out and broadcast. And I said, sure, why not? I'll help out.
He filled the need.
Yeah, I mean, fill the needs is exactly what I need to do. And
He's role playing.
yeah, role playing, especially last night.
If you saw the work that he put in yesterday, my goodness. It's full. That one's going to be popped up right side. It's just going to land foul and short right.
As the L rolls on by.
It's going to keep doing that.
Yeah, they roll.
We're at a station.
Yeah.
No, like seriously, there is a station right there.
Yeah, I was reading about it. Let me see if I can't pick up the exact lines that come in, because there's more than one.
Okay, I'll have you do that after this one. Bischoff still trying to win it. And she'll hit a weak chopper to the second baseman. Mercado throw to first. Lopez will glove it. Second out.
Very good play there by the Cleveland defense. They're getting back to it. They're getting that confidence back. 2 early outs helps a ton.
Okay, so you were talking about the L. Did you find it?
Red line, purple line, and brown line, all service. You can get public transportation too here, so very important.
You are a guy who knows a lot about infrastructure, public transportation. You've been talking to us about buildings. First pitch to Schaefer's upstairs. The last 2 days or so, you've gone, oh, there's that building, or oh, there's this. And
All I can say is I've done the architectural tour in Chicago.
okay, see, that makes so much more sense. I didn't know that.
I also know my buildings, though.
Okay. Guy who knows his stuff, Henry Dominy. 1 out. Even at 1 apiece after that strike. What else do you know, Henry?
I know a little bit about bike pedaling.
He does know about bike pedaling. He also knows a lot about running and Texas
Yeah,
and Kansas City Royals.
not really that much.
1-1. Outside corner. Gonna go through it. 1-2. Not as much about the Royals.
No, a little bit more about the Rangers. Just get to see a few more games.
Yeah. More about the Chiefs. That's you. Yeah, there it is. Got him going. That one's gonna be an inside-out swing. Just gonna land foul.
Good attempt there by the first baseman to get over there. Just a little over the head, trying to track it down. Very difficult.
There are 2 outs on the inning. Johnson, the 9-hole hitter, led off the inning with a strikeout. Then Bishop grounded out to second. Cincy needs 2 runs if they want to create a run rule against their in-state rivals. And she's going to run past strike 3. Maddie Booth, 1-2-3 against the Cincinnati lineup. That has been red hot. That's the way to bounce back. Cincy's still up 6, though. We are going to the 6th inning here on WCSN 2. Schaefer back to work from the wind. She's facing Jordan Cahoot, Siokaran, McCobb. She's going to be behind in the count, though. To a Cleveland lineup, Henry. We saw them wake up in the first inning. Haven't seen them do that. They've been held absolutely pipsqueak silent.
Yeah, they started off just with that first base runner at the top of the first. Now is about it. We haven't seen a ton yet, but Schaefer has been just quieting them. I mean, talk about just a little peep and then just closed it.
The only person to score was Cahoot. She had a leadoff single in the first and came around to score. She's going to walk on 4 pitches. We might see something similar now, Henry.
Yeah, you know, that first out always helps to gain confidence, but these base runners in softball and in this tournament have just been raining chaos on the base paths.
Sarani Siokaran, 0 for 2 is that left fielder today. That's not going to be 0 for 2 anymore. She's now 1 for 3. She slaps one into left field.
Good job preventing any extra bases there, but tight time now for the Reds. Schaefer has to get it done at the plate right now. She needs those strikeouts that she's been using a lot.
Ella McCabe, another Guardian 0 for 2. This will not be lasting much longer. The fact that they're already just keep going, get everybody involved. You can see that something special could happen this half inning as that one is hit deep into left field. Jada Johnson will get under it, though.
I'm surprised. I mean, that was actually where Cincinnati wanted the ball to be played right there because they'll throw the third. Very easy to make, so no tag-up opportunities there. 1 out now on the board.
It is not easy facing a power threat in Olivia Lopez. Last year in the same spot, almost same spot. Storyboard textbook over the left field wall. Looks at what seems to be a changeup. That was a cookie, it's 0-1. You may not get that pitch again, Henry.
No, you're not going to, I don't think, because they can put a lot of power on that one.
She's gonna swing over something high behind.
That's that change of speeds right there. The change up does the little lulling them into a sense of security. Oh, it's coming nice and easy, and then fastball right down the middle high.
It's gonna be a high pop-up that's gonna stay in the infield. Addie Johnson, the flex, is gonna make the catch at second. That's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, 2 outs. That is a big second out. That's exactly what you need. Schaefer hasn't done a ton of ground out or pop out outs, but the strikeout has been working the best. Let's see if she can't get one now.
Juliana Rodriguez had a triple in the second and then was left stranded on third after 3 straight strikeouts swinging. So we've seen Schaefer for Cincinnati get into some traffic jams and able to get out of them. We'll see if she's able to get out of this one. 0-1 pitch. It's going to force Carly Clark to stand up to catch it.
Keep it in front of her, very important. You know, runners on second and third, you don't want to have them at third and second, so very important.
1-1 on the way. 1-2 after it dips into the K zone. See the approach change here, Henry. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking you hope for the ground out, actually, not the strikeout, because if you put something too far in the middle of the zone, it's going to be taken really far probably. So just give something weak or something down and away, something inside possibly. So she has to defend the zone and just gets a chopper into the ground out area.
So you think changing the eye level and speed to ensue a grounder?
Thinking inside right now is what you need to throw.
She goes outside as both runners are going to move up on the wild pitch.
It's not what you wanted there from Schaefer, but you know, deuce is wild right now. Top of the sixth. We're getting closer to the 2 hour mark. I don't have an official time, but we started streaming about an hour and 50 minutes ago, so that's any indication. About 10 minutes off of that probably.
2-2 to Rodriguez, swing and a miss. Olivia Schaefer, she's gotten into trouble and has gotten out of it. Her defense behind her is the reason that she is still in this game. Both of them have coerced so well. They're meshing perfectly. Going bottom six. Bottom six, Davis, Hoyt, Cook for Cincinnati. They only need 3 outs after this. Unless they put up 2 right here, then it could be run ruled. Still going to be facing Maddie Booth. Seemed that the pitching at the beginning, Henry, it seemed like it was really going to change, be a bullpen kind of a game, but since about the 3rd inning, it's really shifted pace.
Yeah, bottom of the 6th right here. Longest game we've seen so far in this tournament. But let's see if Cincinnati can't just put it away quickly.
So a foul tip off the bat at Davis, and she's behind in the count with 2 strikes.
Davis quickly in a hole. She's going to see if she can't use all those foul balls to, those 2 foul balls to kind of just work herself in, get that timing right, and get a nice contact.
Cut on and missed. Changeup upstairs. You could see she was fooled at it. Uppercuts. First punch out of the inning for Maddie Booth.
Booth has been in this game for a long time. She's worked out of jams. She's had about 2 bad innings, but she has worked herself out of jams and done a very good job throughout this game.
That was her 7th strikeout of the game, Henry. Only 1 of those 7 have been looking. And it's to this batter right here, Sierra Hoyt.
Yeah, the swing and miss is something that is like liquid gold in this game. And to get so many of those, you have to be lucky or really good or both.
1-1 is left alone away. You know, at this point, the way Booth has really been doing, you wouldn't even necessarily know if you looked at the scorecard that she has 7 punchies because it's gone so unnoticed. The defense behind her has really been helping her too. 2-0. On the ground, third base Rodriguez. Throw to first. It's going to be off the line to Lopez. So Hoyt is going to make her way to second at the bare minimum.
Extra base there. We haven't seen many of those been given out today. Both teams playing very good ABC softball. So we'll have to see if that makes a big difference.
Going to be an error.
Winning run at the plate now.
Winning run is at the plate, technically, if you're going to go off the sense of run rule. Coach of Cincinnati seems to be making some changes.
Pinch runner in.
It's going to be White on second. She was originally running for Schaefer. She's now running for Hoyt. Aliyah White has been used in a bunch of situations to run, and every time she's really been on, she's come in to score, Henry. And that's been a big ticket.
Yeah, scoring, that speed on the base paths, very important. Let's see if Cincinnati can't get it done here in this inning, not have to play anything more.
Aliyah White is on second after the E5. So Haley Cook is up. And you know, she's really been dangerous today. An RBI triple, RBI single. She's going to begin the count 1-0. It's 1-1 now after a hack and a miss.
No force out at second. So let's see if the Cincinnati can't just advance runner here very quickly.
About a 65% swing at some high heat.
Yeah, they're going to say that she went around. 1-2 count, 1 out.
Traditional double play, not in order, but we've seen crazier happen this game.
That is very true.
1-2 on the way. Just a slow one, chopped back to the circle. Booth will do it herself over to first. It's going to be an out, but an advancement.
Yeah, advancing the runner, very important. Getting that out also helped. It was a little closer than I imagined, but, you know, still got it over to first. Good throw. That's what you need.
So after the 1-3 fielder's choice, there's a runner on third for Cincinnati. Carly Clark trying to drive her in here. Call time to regather her thoughts. It's not as warm as it was yesterday, Henry. It's only about 80 degrees.
Yeah, that rain and storm that came through last night really affected it. And it was definitely some wind last night.
Yeah, it was fun running through it. We're finishing up our day at University of Illinois, Chicago. Curtis Granderson Stadium. We walked outside to get into the car. And about 70-mile-an-hour winds almost slammed the door on Henry as that one's a dead ball dribbler to Lopez at first. She'll do it herself. And that'll be the inning. We are going to the bottom half. Cincinnati still leads it here on WCSN. Cleveland is down to their last licks here. Seeing what they can do, it's going to be Maddie Booth leading it off.
Booth has been phenomenal in the circle. She played a little bit of shortstop to start the game. Let's see if she can't claw back a few runs, but they're going to have to claw back 6 for it to really matter.
0-1. Upstairs, Cheese, it's 0-2. You can see Maddie Booth is not happy with that call.
Yeah, the upstairs has been growing a little bit for every batter as the game has gone on.
0-2 on the way. Took the L train.
That one was obviously up, but you know, still, the zone has I feel like has expanded a little bit.
Little bit. And that's going to game by game as you get later and later. And you're up by 6. There's a bit of a cushion. Could be a high pop-up that's just going to go foul. Can hear some chants in the outfield. It seems to be from Cubs Nike RBI as they prepare to take on Indy.
The Circle City team.
Circle City, the game after this one. We'll also be on the call for that.
It's going to be a fun day here at the Paul.
It really isn't. That's a weak one in the air. Going to stay in the circle. Schaefer will do it herself. She needs 2 more to win it.
Complete game performance would be very good by Schaefer. Obviously, first batter came in for a run and then has been almost pristine since then.
Been absolutely nails out there on the rubber.
L train rolling by doesn't bother her.
Does not. As Zandy Marti swings over for strike number 1. She thought about swinging to that one, but didn't. But it was down the middle. So 2.
0-2 count, very good for Schaefer. Needs 1 more for a second out. Really looking forward here.
And she's just washboarded on that one. That's the second strike. Actually, that's the second strikeout in the last inning and a half. So they've been shut down a little bit, but that's the second out.
Yeah, all these players from Cleveland are just trying to get on base, and they're swinging at everything. So, you know, Schaefer can get it.
Morgan Peace is the last hope for Cleveland. She'll begin the at-bat. Ahead of it, 1 ball to no strikes. It's going to be a weak chopper that's just going to go right to the foul line. And if Schaefer is able to close off the 7th inning, she'll have an incredible frame job today. How she's done all around. Hitting and pitching.
Also, big credit to Carly Clark behind home plate, doing a great job, like we've been saying all week, preventing extra bases and free bases. Also, Schaefer's been helping her out too, giving everything in front of her.
And that's one of the things you said especially. When we had finished watching the games, you walked up to me and you said, I know already one thing that's going to be crucial. If your catcher is really able to do well and limit the wild pitches and frame, able to actually she did frame that one.
Yeah, I mean,
framing
framing hasn't been that important because the zone's been decently big.
Yep.
But really just that defense is especially important. Keeping the ball, it literally, if you don't get the throw off to second, but keep the ball in front of you.
And that's strike 3, and that'll do it.
You got it. Just like that, Schaefer has it with Clark. That battery partnering goes very well.
And it definitely does go well. It's going to be a 7-1 victory for Cincinnati. If they're going off their last matchup, Cincinnati won the championship, and they've now started this season as well, 1-0 against them and 3-0 on the season. That's going to do it for both of us here on WCSN2. Game 1 done, Game 2 on the way soon. Austin Kroom, Henry Domini, thank you so much for listening.